Pam Bondi got fired. Ooh, you lied for that man. Ooh, you hid evidence. Ooh, you begged for your job at.
Y'all, so Trump done fired Pam Bondi, and that doesn't shock me, but I am intrigued on what is going to occur next because Pam Bondi is still in the hot seat when it comes to the Epstein investigation. She still has to testify in how she personally handled that investigation because before she was a speaking head for the Department of Justice, but now she is only a speaking head for Pam Bondi. She does not even have the same privileges anymore or the same safety. She is now no longer talking for the government. She is an individual that will still have to testify on how she handled that case. And I am really hoping that she goes in like a woman scorned. Okay? Do what you should have did when they first called your ass in there and tell the truth. If you didn't put these things in place, who did? Call out names because you're no longer protected. I mean, she could plead the fifth, but what good would that do her? She's not protected anymore. They could likely lock her up if they really wanted to. So yeah, this is an interesting turn of events. I honestly cannot wait until that testimony comes out because I will be watching fully. But let me know y'all thoughts. Like, share, follow. Y'all have a good one.
Donald Trump just fired Pam Bondi. Is it going to change anything at the Department of Justice? I'm a lawyer in real life. I don't play one on television. And let's talk about what this means for the American public. And it probably means absolutely nothing because he's probably going to replace her with someone who is like Pam Bondi or worse. We do know that for now, Todd Blanche, Donald Trump's personal criminal attorney, is going to be the acting attorney general. One thing we know about Donald Trump is that he demands absolute loyalty, and that is not going to change with his next appointment as Attorney General. It's going to be difficult for any serious attorney with ethical values to work for Donald Trump because the Department of Justice is not the president's personal attorney where he can go after people he has vendettas against. The Department of Justice is supposed to represent the rule of law, the Constitution, and the American people. And we have not seen that with this Justice Department. So Pam Bondi is gone. Yay, I guess. But I don't expect to see any improvement over Pam Bondi. But you all let me know what you think in the comments. Are we going to get better?
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. On today's episode, we'll be talking about the Attorney General, Pam Bondi, that has been fired by President Donald Trump. She's been fired from being the Attorney General. And I saw a lot of clips and a lot of videos. People are rejoicing. Everybody had one or two things to say about her. I saw some clips online, some videos of different people and their opinions. So let's watch these videos together, and then after we're done with the video, we could come back and our comments on what I have listened to. And please remember, these videos that you're about to watch, they are all for educational purposes. They are not meant to hurt any race or any other person. And credit goes to the original creators of these videos. So let's watch and then we'll come back after these videos finish playing.
I'm going to say this, even though I've said it before, even though I think it's obvious, because I guess I have pattern recognition and I am Cassandra, essentially. A lot of people are talking about the firing of Pam Bondi today, and I want you guys to realize that the whole point of this, the entire point of this, hiring of these particular women, right? The goal was to put them in that position, make them do the things that they wanted, that they knew were unpopular. And then once they sort of had enough power, let them go because these women were incompetent. And from there, they would make the argument that women are inherently incompetent, right? That is the point. That is the entire point. Because you have to realize J.D. Vance, is part of they're all part of this Project 2025 bullshit, but JD Vance wrote the fucking foreword for it, right? The whole point, the whole goal of that is to take away the power of women. I mean, that's not the only thing that's going to happen, but it's one of the main ones, right? They're not going to give women positions of power without taking them away and making an example of them. That's the entire reason why they put them in that position. And I'm going to read you something that one of the main architects of Project 2025 said. It was something that he said during, I believe, a speech at TPUSA. So this is Scott Yerner of the Heritage Foundation. He said, every effort must be made not to recruit women into engineering, but rather to recruit and demand more of men who become engineers. Ditto for med school and the law and every trade. If every Nobel Prize winner is a man, that's not a failure. It's kind of a cause for celebration. Now pay attention to this next line and keep in mind what they're doing right now with trans women in sports. Why can't our celebration of male excellence in sports be translated into all facets of life? More successful men will mean a more happy citizenry and a stronger nation. This is what this is all about. They're putting women in positions of power to prove that they are incompetent of power. Think about Erica Kirk's story of how she met her husband, whose name I'm even forgetting as time goes on. She says she went in for an interview, and instead he decided to make her his wife. I'm just pointing all this out to you guys because they're literally trying to do this in front of you, and they're trying to basically trick you into saying, yeah, maybe women shouldn't be in positions of power. Maybe they are incompetent. So yeah, anyway.
So it's no secret that Pam Bondi is fired. Now, a long time ago, I had faith in Pam. I actually made videos about her saying, give her some time. I mean, she just got the job. There's a lot to go through. Give her some time. But I think Trump got tired of waiting like a lot of Americans got tired of waiting. See, Pam, she's not producing any arrests that we could see. If people are being arrested, it's behind closed doors. Nobody can see it. She's bumbling case after case. The indictments aren't sticking. The DOJ, they're just tossing everything to the side. Like, let's just move on to the next thing, Pam. I mean, we can't keep messing with these cases because the indictments aren't sticking. The courts aren't taking it. And we know a lot of the courts got these judges who are more like activists. Pam has to know how to maneuver in the system, and she's not strong enough to move through the system. Everybody's tired of waiting. We see a lot in the media, especially on social media, of people with clear evidence that they were involved in something. If we see this, if people like Nick Shirley is out getting evidence and things like that, but the DOJ don't even be able to get evidence, I mean, what good is Pam Bondi? What good is having a guard dog if the guard dog don't guard the house? Pam should be the first one on top of all of these cases, on top of all of these charges going, guess what? We got evidence against you. We know you're implicated in it. We've got email records. We've got bank records. We've got phone records. But yet Pam's not saying that. She's basically leaving all of these cases on the table, walking away. People have no idea what's going on. And they're like, okay, so that one walked away too, Pam? Trump got tired of it. America's tired of it. We've been sitting watching all of these cases going on right in front of our faces, and not a single indictment is stuck. Not a single charge has been done. We're waiting, and Pam's taking forever. She had to go, sadly. And she's somebody who I was actually fighting for when she first got the job. When everybody was like, she's bumbling all the files, man. She's bumbling the case. I'm like, give her some time. Give her some time. A lot of people are just getting tired. The administration has to start producing fruit. We planted the seeds a long time ago. We voted a long time ago. We want to see something bear fruits now.
Caroline Levitt, you in danger, girl. Well, looks like Daddy Dump is getting rid of all of his white girls. You really can't make this up. It was just announced that Pam Bondi is eliminated. The president has said that you are fired, girl. Yes. And we know who's next. It was already been talks about Caroline Levitt being the next victim. When are they going to learn that if it doesn't benefit him, he will get rid of you? I am shocked, though, that he is getting rid of Pam Bondi so soon because she holds all the cards. She holds the secrets. She holds the files that weren't released. Isn't he scared about that? He's more worried about getting some of his adversaries eliminated, getting them in prison like Joe Biden and President Obama. He is still stuck on Obama. He wants to be Obama so bad. But Pam, come with the files. Pam, we know you got the tea. We know you got the receipts. And he was like, oh, she's so sweet. We're putting her in a more private sector, important job. Yeah, to keep them files locked. But we're watching. But Caroline, you better watch your back, girl, because he doesn't like women either. He's gonna put another white man in there, DEI. It's just right here in front of our eyes, and no one's doing anything about this.
Now, I'm not a fan of Pam Bondi. She got what she had coming. She got exactly what she had coming. She got what she deserved. And I hope she get even more than that, because what she did, she should be in prison. Pam Bondi need to go to prison for what she did with those files. However, the reality is, he said his first term and his second term that he hires the best people. He got the best people for the best positions and all of this stuff. Now you trying to blame this Iran thing on Pete Hegseth and Marco Rubio, and you blaming the e-files on Pam Bondi. And Pam Bondi, the reason why she got fired, y'all, is because she didn't do a good enough job at covering it up. They're trying to say because she didn't do a good job at releasing it. The reality is because she didn't do a good job at covering it up. He need to get somebody else that he feel like can cover it up for him. She didn't do a good job. She sucked at talking to people. When she was on the stand, she didn't do good. She got caught in all her lies, just like Kristi Noem. So every time he hired these people that's supposed to be the best people, just like from his first administration, he fired them. He ended up firing them because they're not good enough at lying. And then somebody just said he didn't fire him, he gave him another job. The reason why he tried to give him another job instead of just outright firing him, because he don't want them to go on the record and start going against him. So what he tried to do is he tried to demote him into another position to try to make it sound like it's less bad, so they can't go out and talk bad about him, so he can keep tabs on them, so they don't go like Martin Taylor Greene did on him. That's the reason why he don't fire him. He just demote him.
Hey, what's up, y'all? What y'all doing? Pam Bondi, I only got one thing to tell you.
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you.
Girl, we was all rooting for you. What happened? What did you do? Or what you didn't do? Did you bring Trump the wrong McDonald's order? You brought him a fish fillet instead of the Big Mac? Supersize? Or was it you lied about the Jeffrey Epstein's files, talking about you had a list of clients on your desk, but you didn't? Allegedly over here in this channel.
The Epstein files were on her desk, or the files were on her desk when she was asked about the Epstein files. She later clarified and said that she meant the JFK files, the RFK files, the Martin Luther King files.
Child, to me, it looked like you overstepped. You talked too much. You said that you had something when you didn't, and everybody was waiting for those files. But you lied, allegedly. And we all know how Trump is. He don't like to look bad, okay? He don't like his hair to look bad. He don't like to look bad at all. So what you did, you had to go. You was my girl, 100 grand you was. But girl, we got to replace you now, okay? And I hope whatever endeavors that you have next, that you slow down. Take your time, because you was very effective in Florida as Attorney General. You got shit done, but girl, I think this was too much. You was in the big leagues and you didn't know how to handle it. And the moral of the story is, and whatever position that he give you next, just slow down, listen to directions, because we don't need a Kamala Harris on our team, okay? You making us look bad, okay? And not in front of Democrats, because you already know how far they can take this. So we need you to step all the way to the back where we can't see you.
I want to honorably mention that Pam Bondi was fired. Trump made the announcement on social media saying Pam Bondi is a great American patriot, a loyal friend who faithfully served as my attorney general over the past year. Pam did a tremendous job overseeing a massive crackdown in crime across the country, with murders plummeting to their lowest level since 1900. We love Pam, and she will be transitioning to a much-needed and important new job in the private sector to be announced at a date in the near future. And our Deputy Attorney General and a very talented and respected legal mind, Todd Blanche, will step in to serve as Acting Attorney General. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. Okay, now, people, I think, initially thought this must be related to her fumbling the Epstein files so hard. No, her and Trump are on the same team. When it comes to the Epstein files, please do not put that on Pam Bondi. Pam Bondi was doing as she was instructed to do by Trump, by Trump's orbit of friends who are all in the Epstein files. They protected the Epstein files together, okay? It was under her watch, and because if that was the case, Kash Patel would be gone too. Under her watch and under Kash Patel's watch. And don't forget, because it kind of happened over Christmas, we never discussed it, that during that release, they even released a deep fake video of Jeffrey Epstein in his cell committing suicide. Do you guys remember this? This kind of was a blip because this all happened on December 23rd, a couple days before Christmas. Most people were on break. They released a fake video and they got clocked on the fake video. And then they removed the fake video and refused to comment on it. Yeah, because Jeffrey Epstein is clearly alive, okay? He's wake up, he is alive. There was an Israeli operation to get him out of there. It's the reason why the New York Post had the exclusive photos in the story. This New York Post, for all intents and purposes, just a Mossad outfit, okay? They work on behalf of Israel. Oh, the New York Post exclusively finds Ghislaine Maxwell every single time. It's the New York Post. And so, yeah, this is not the reason she's being fired.
Pam Bondi has finally been fired. So we watched the clip and saw that different people had various comments. Some persons were rejoicing that she finally got what she deserved after she voted and supported President Donald Trump. Others were saying, oh, it's happening right now, that they bring in women thinking that these women are weak. They employ them, put them into power, and when they are tired, they get rid of them. Why some others are saying, oh, she actually got what she deserved. She was hiding so many things. She was sitting on so many cases and so many files. My one sense is, yeah, she got fired. Most of you are saying, oh, she was sitting on the Epstein file. She knew the people involved in those files and she wasn't able to bring them out. And others are also saying, oh, President Trump needed answers and she didn't give the right answer, and that was why they fired her. But you guys, I understand that people are happy. Some people are happy that she got fired and she wasn't honest, and she was trying to hide some things. When it comes to the Epstein files, she was just trying to be sneaky and was trying to protect some persons on that file. But to my black women, I don't know, do you guys really know what this means? It means as a woman, your boss could fire you anytime. Like anyone can just be fired out of their job. And so I don't really know why you guys are happy. And is there really justice in the system anymore? Don't women matter? Don't women count? Or are women not doing a great job? Or does this men just see us like, oh, they are playing chess, we are playing checkers? Have you thought about that? Have you sat down to I'm not saying she's perfect. I'm not saying she was honest. I'm not saying she wasn't sitting on Epstein files to bring out the names of the people that was involved in the Epstein case. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that you should know what you are doing. Learn how to use your tongue to count your teeth. This simply means, I heard a woman, she said something really valuable. She said, President Donald Trump, whenever he's tired of a person, he just gets rid of them by firing them. Like he does what he likes. And that got me thinking, as a woman, a woman, a black American, you, a white woman in America, are your jobs, are they safe? Are they secure? Do you have security right now in your jobs? Because I know right now some other people are saying, oh, right now she's going to be in trouble. She's going to be indicted to talk about the file, because even if she's been fired, she still has to talk about this case. Even if she pleads the fifth, that doesn't justify anything, or that doesn't protect her, or she's not being protected anymore. Yeah, so you guys are just happy. You have not really heard her own side of the story. You don't know what's happening. I'm very sure if you had told her last year that she would be fired this year, today, she would have said, no, it's not possible, it's not true. So why you guys are very happy, why some of you are happy, why some of you are rejoicing that this woman, Pam, has been fired. I also want you to sit down and reflect and say, is justice really happening in this country? Are people really actually getting what they deserve? Instead of, why for the people that are really thinking broadly, that's also a good thing. So don't just jump into conclusion. Learn to find out what is really going on before you jump into conclusion. Well, this brings an end to today's episode. Please don't forget to like my video, share, and if you're a new subscriber, welcome. Please subscribe to my channel so I can come back and give you guys on the latest happening around the world. Thank you and see you in my next video.